Hi everyone, Melissa again. It has been a hot minute since I filmed the video. Hold on, lighting in here is terrible. Come through lighting. Yes, if you can't guess from the tiles on the wall, I am in my bathroom because my house is crowded now. And it's been a hot minute since I've actually updated you guys on what's going on with all of this. So I figured I'd check in with you guys and let you know. I'll put something in the description box that says how many months it's been, or the title of this video will probably let you know how long it's been since I started this set of locks. As you can see, we've had a lot of growth since the last time I've seen you all. Quite a lot, and I think the last time I updated, my daughter Emma was maybe 6 months old, 5 months old, 8 months old. It was an even number, okay? You guys don't come at me. It's been a while getting used to motherhood, dealing with the whole COVID thing, getting back to normal after COVID. We're mostly back to normal now. At least I am. My family is, for the most part. A couple of people still are waiting to be called back to work, but that is aside the point. Hope everyone's being safe, washing their hands, wearing their face masks, not just being responsible human beings. You know what I mean, you guys, right? You know what I mean, right? Okay, cool. So came in to do a quick length check. Let's see if I can balance you guys over here, because it's been a hot minute since you've seen all of this. I'll give you a quick overview of what's been happening in the meantime. Okay, you guys seem to be balanced somewhat stably. You're on a toilet paper roll with a shirt on it for balance. Okay, so tiptoes from the front. Stop to about here-ish. It's about halfway almost down the boob from the back. It's a little bit below bra strap length, right? Okay, so a couple of things have happened. I have had to combine 2 or 3 locks after all of the postpartum shedding. It became a really big issue for that month where I wasn't able to take my multivitamin. And I still think it's kind of funny how you can see, sorry, there's another mirror right here. You can see exactly where everything started going awry. This right here, this thick bump, is where all the shedding accumulated, and then afterwards everything seemed to get back on track. There are a few locks where I tried to do something, but I'm going to have to try and fix those, like this one. I tried using synthetic hair to make a bit of an extension, because this used to be this long, but then I added some synthetic extension. Eventually I'm going to cut this off, because as you can see, it is a completely different thickness from everything else. Something I had tried before, I found an actual proper solution to the thin spots on my locks. I tried tying a few knots in them to kind of give that spot stability, just so I didn't lose the whole thing, because everything was just shot to hell. So I'll show you one of the locks where I figured out a solution and actually executed it properly. This one here. You can't really see much of a difference, although you will notice that this end is more golden brown, like the ends of my longer locks. This lock was the same length as this lock, but I had about 4 or 5 inches of just weak, really thin, really delicate lock. So what I did was I chop it just like maybe an inch or so into that weak area, and chopped it off an inch above where the weakened area on the other side would start. And then I basically took those 2 pieces together and then interlocked it into itself, and then carried the needle through a few times just to secure it. So that seems to be holding really well, because it doesn't seem to be going anywhere. I'm going to do that with this guy at some point once this gets a little bit longer and I have a little bit more to work with, or I'm just going to snip it and call it good. I've done that with a couple of locks on this side, I've done it with this one and this one. You can kind of still see the transition up in there where it's a little bit thinner right here and then it gets really thick. So this one is still a work in progress. He's still kind of hanging on in there because, as you can see, all of the hair hasn't completely come back from the shedding just yet, but it's getting there. This is another good example of seeing the difference between before the postpartum shedding, during the postpartum shedding, after postpartum shedding. Like, there's just this bump here from where there was all that shedding, because again, your hair is locked. It's not going to be able to go anywhere. This lighting though. Okay. So yeah, it's not really, the hair doesn't really go anywhere. So it stays in the lock and ends up creating like this bump in the middle of the lock. So that's a thing. This guy is another one I fixed up. He's being obstreperous. He likes to do this because that's cute. Overall, okay, we're back. A little bit of an interruption there. So yeah, as I was saying, overall hair routine hasn't really changed. Let me grab the stuff I've kind of been using in my hair. Same old shampoo and conditioner. Any of the really basic swab brands. I deep conditioned this about, I want to say like 2 months ago. I'm overdue for another deep condition. Everything seems to be going really well. And pro tip, you can probably guess exactly which locks I've adjusted because of the golden brown closer to the root. Now I have highlights around my face. So yeah, if you're having thinning, like I did postpartum, I just chopped off the end of the lock and grafted it into a stronger section at the top of the lock, just to kind of keep some of that strength and integrity. If there's another one I notice that I need to do some grafting with, I will pop on real quick and show you guys what I did, or I can maybe show you on something synthetic hair. Let me know if that's something you're interested in seeing, because I don't actually remember seeing any examples of this anywhere, because I went looking for solutions for thinning locks and what one could do to kind of, keep the length but add more strength to it. Some people suggested wrapping the lock with human hair. Your girl don't have the budget to be buying human hair. I have a doll collection that I'd much rather grow, and I'm getting back into Lolita fashion. So I'm trying to build my wardrobe back up. So human hair, when I have so much already, is not really a priority for me, really. Although I'm pretty sure I know a friend or two who probably had some extra, but would it be in my color? I don't know. But yeah, so far, everyone's doing fine. We lost one or two in the combining process. I have no idea how many locks I have presently. It's probably still 280 something, 270 something. It's no longer the 300 and something that it was, because some locks straight up left. I had a moment where I was to work and I was combing my fingers through my hair, and I noticed that I had a little tweedle in the front where there wasn't that morning. And I had to go to my manager and be like, could you keep an eye out for a rogue lock? I seem to have lost one. And he's like, I'm sorry, what? Yeah, you see, postpartum shedding been hitting me hard, so if you see him, could you point him out so I can deal with him appropriately? It was the most embarrassing conversation I've ever had with someone about my hair in my entire life. How does one even explain? But anyway, we got it together. I'm back on my multivitamins. We're drinking plenty of water. We're eating, I've been trying to add more protein to my diet and everything, because after Emma, I got a little bit juicy and I kind of like it. So we're trying to keep that. I don't know if anyone's interested in hearing about like the weight loss, weight gain thing when it came to the whole postpartum process. I think at the end of my pregnancy, I was about 170, 175. After I gave birth, I think I was like 150, 155, maybe 160. Yeah, it was probably 155. Yeah, it was 155. And then due to Corona and me having nothing better to do, I started doing dance workout routines in my living room because there was nothing else to do and I was bored as hell. So I think I'm down to 135 now, which isn't bad. It's a little bit over what I was when I first got pregnant. I think I was like 128, 125, something like that. So 10-pound difference, and it got me, I got a little bit of a booty now. I'm kind of into that. So yeah, overall, just wanted to say hi to you guys. If you have any questions about my, what I've been doing with my hair this whole time, aside from washing, deep conditioning, and things like that, I've started putting a couple of new hairstyles in rotation since my hair's gotten a lot longer. And putting it in a ponytail gives me a headache every time I do it. Every single time. So yeah, that is a thing that I'm dealing with. I don't really have a whole lot to say. I'd love to get you guys, I'd love to get your feedback of what you would like to see when it comes to my hair since it's been such a long time. I have 211 subscribers. I don't know where you all came from. I'm very, very grateful that you're all still hanging around. And thank you for being so patient when I go on these 4 to 6 months hiatus. With Corona and everything happening, it's been a lot. So yeah. Hopefully this video was interesting to someone. I know I tend to like these more chatty videos, and just hearing about general stuff that people do or think about is really interesting to me. So yeah, this was just kind of a check-in kind of video. I'll see if I can do videos a little bit more frequently. I'm not going to promise that I'm going to be doing on a schedule. My house is full. We're planning on moving soon. There's a whole lot of stuff going on, especially with Corona. So I can't make promises, but I do intend to post more frequently. So thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate every one of y'all. Stay safe, please. And I'll see you in the next one.